Great. Now let's see how the examiners present the questions in change of subject and the strategy to adopt to getting the answers right. Are you okay? You'll love it. Remember, if you see a canopy, you remove it first. That's power or root, right, from the previous video. Then make it fraction when it is make it linear when it's fraction by looking for the LCM, multiply through. You're going to do just that. Then the rest is very simple, known to almost everyone. So followed by opening the pair first. So let's go. This question says find the value of that as you see when a equals 2 and b equals -3, -1. What does it mean? Evaluate. So fill in with a and b and get the answer. Since this is objectives, you know waste our time working through. When you get to paper 2, you show working there. Paper 1, what do you do? Fill it in your calculator and evaluate. Period. So let's pick our calculator and evaluate in the answer for you. So a power 3. What is a? A is 2. Right? So a power 3. 2 power 3. That's what it means. You know where to pick your power. X power box. Then change the box and put your power there. The power there is 3. Good. Check is on power. So press forward arrow to bring it at the center before you press the next symbol. Very, very important. Okay. 2 AB. AB is multiply. So use multiplication or you can use brackets. Preferably bracket is good. So into bracket, that is the same as times. Into bracket A. What is A? A is 2. I close the bracket. Then another B, which is also multiplication. So bracket B. What is B? B is -1. So -1. Close the bracket. -1 what? Power 2. So power 2. Box 2. Arrow to bring me at the center. Plus. So plus B power 3. B power 3. What is B? B is negative. It is more appropriate to put a negative base in a bracket for accuracy. Very important. When you are raising a power and the base is negative or fraction, I'll advise you to put the base in brackets. Take this advice from me. It will help you. So make 1, close the bracket. Power 3. The power is 3. You get it? So sorry, it's power. So power box, put your 3 there. That's it. Then you press your forward arrow. So let's see if we have done the right thing. Good. Can you see the first term? I didn't bring the sign. Can you see the effect? So I press my arrow, put it there. The sign is what? Addition. So plus. The answer is 11. So 2 squared, 2 cubed plus 2, as you can see there. You fill it, the answer is 11, which is option D. Option D is the correct answer. Take note. So when filling in your calculator a number raised to the power of something, if the basis or if the base is fraction or a negative base, put it in brackets in your calculator and you get a correct answer. Thanks. Let's move on. Alright, question 2 says make H the subject. Make H the subject in the relation that. Let's go through the 4 steps. Is there a power or root covering a whole side of the equation? No. There's a power, but it doesn't cover the whole side. So if there's a need for it to clear it at the end. So there's nothing. Is it fractional? Yes. And this is 2 terms. So just cross multiply. Like I said, multiply it by that, multiply it by that. So that. So 3 times V will give me what? 3V. Because it's 2 terms, that's why I'm doing so. If it's not 2 terms, if it's 3 or more terms, find the LCM, which is 3 in this case, multiply by each of them. It's the same, but 2 terms, cross multiply. Equal to, so this will be what? 1 times what? 1 is 1. So you get what? Pi r squared h. As you are going, after each step, you try to check what are you making the subject. Very necessary. H. What is happening? Is there anything adding or subtracting? No. The last step is there something multiplying the h? Yes. Pi is multiplying it. R squared is also multiplying it. When you don't see any sign between two variables or a number and a variable, it's multiplication. You do the same thing for each of the items or both sides. Good. So you know this one clears that. Now our h is equal to 3v over pi r squared. You have that answer there. 3v over pi r squared. 3v over pi r squared. 3v over pi r squared. That's option B. That is the correct answer. You love it? Perfect. Just by following the 4 steps, you are free. The next question, if a over 2 over a equals 1 over b minus 1 over d, find an expression for d in terms of a and b. An examiner says find an expression for d in terms of a and b. That means make d the subject, making sure b and a and b appears in it. So straight away, let's go. We are making d the subject. That's our focus. But you don't target it and start with it. No. Obey the 4 steps that I've given you. That's the strategy. Right. Strategy is better than strength. So that is it. Is there any canopy that's power or root covering one side of the equation? No. Is the equation fraction? Yes. So what is the LCM? These are all numbers or all terms. So a times b times d is the LCM. Right. They don't have any common factor apart from 1. So the LCM is multiply them. Anytime you have prime numbers or variable, distinct variables are denominated. If you want LCM, multiply them. That is the answer. Are you okay? Good. So let's go. So LCM is what? ABD. Right? It's almost became ADB. Like a back. So ABD. So you multiply ABD by the first term, which is 2 over A. You are done. Equal to the same ABD multiplied by the second term, which is 1 over B. Minus the same ABD, right? 1 over D. Good. When you're done, you cancel out. This one, don't divide all by that. Your aim is to make it linear, right? This is not an expression. It's an equation you are solving. So if it's an equation, your aim is to make it linear. So you don't divide by the LCM anymore. But an expression which doesn't have an equal sign, you're supposed to simplify, right? So with that, all over LCM. Take note. If you divide by the LCM, then there is no need for us to do this because we are supposed to get linear equation to solve to make our work easier. A cancels A. Examiner say we shouldn't cancel, so you know that A will take care of A. Remaining BD. BD times 2 will produce what? 2BD. Numbers and variables arrange. Let the numbers come first. B here cancels B, right? Remaining AB. AB times 1 is what? AB. Anything times 1 is what? The same thing. Good. D cancel D. Remaining AB, right? Is that correct? Okay. Sorry. Here B cancelled B. Remaining AD. Sorry. So here it's supposed to be what? AD. So let me cancel the word and rewrite. So in examination, that's what you do. Cancel and rewrite. Don't make it dirty. Don't paint. Are you okay? Don't paint. So I get 2BD equal to 2D AD. Sorry. So here D cancels D. Remaining AB. AB times 1 is AB. But remember, it's negative. So minus AB. You have made it linear. What is your target? Now, the next thing is something adding or subtracting what will be the subject. Now, D has appeared twice. Anytime the variable you want to make the subject appears twice or more, factorize, that's group like terms, and factorize it outside the bracket to make it single, because it must appear only once. Good. So D is here, D is there. So group like term making 2BD. This one comes to this side as a full term minus AD equal to minus AB. You get it? This already here, so minus AB. This one's cross, that's why it's minus. You factor the D you want to make the subject out to become single. So you bring it out. What is left here? 2B minus what is left here? A equal to minus AB.